Hey everybody, Dan Sixsmith back with Sales is King tip of the day. I think we missed a couple of days, been on the road out here in the beautiful Bay area. Just got back from a workout, long day. Everything's going great. Hope it's going great with you. Tip of the day is check out our latest podcast episode. I'm going to post the link here as well. And it was initially shared by a couple of my connections over at IBM, and I'm going to list their names as well, and I thank you guys for sharing that. The subject, and so basically I took the article and turned it into a podcast. The subject is selling to millennials that are now part of this B2B buying groups, and how does that different from selling to different generations, the baby boomers, etc. And there is quite a bit of difference according to this HBR study. Number one is certainly that these prospects, millennial prospects, are much more concerned with things like corporate culture, corporate values, social responsibility, environmental responsibility. And these are things that are, and I don't see quite a bit of it out there in the websites, in the social media. So think about this when you are pitching and going into the buying and selling process. So that is a focus that is different than, say, some of the older generation. Secondly is the way they like to consume content, as you might imagine, is not having a phone call. They're not into long, useless phone calls, but they like to consume online content. They like to consume videos and what they call short bursts of visual content. So think infographics and things of that nature. So that's another very good point that came out in the article. The other thing to think about, and we talked about this way early in some of the early podcast episodes, we hear about sales being invited in later, and we know that online buyers are doing research online. But if we are out there pushing out content, being subject matter experts, being thought leaders, putting out videos, we are going to come up quite a bit in the research. So I think the more content we can push out, the more we come across as a thought leader, the more we are going to appear in the research, the more likely it is that they are going to pick up the phone and call us when it's time to call sales. So check out the podcast, check out the article, and think about this when you're thinking about, who is in the buying committee. Have you ever asked how old some of these people are? Think about it. Peace.